Indy Mogul.
Hey guys, another awesome episode of Backyard Effects. I'm Zack, your host, and today we're celebrating the 25th anniversary and the release of the new Back to the Future video game by showing you how to make a hoverboard. And yes, that is Marty McFly's house. Back to the Future is one of those movies that got me into filmmaking. Everything from the writing, to the characters, to the props themselves. I'm here with Jay Ryan, a very, very talented guy who built the Time Machine. What inspired you to build the Time Machine?
It was a little movie called Back to the Future. When I saw that thing come out of the truck back in 1985, I was a kid, but I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved it. I thought it was the coolest thing in the world. I built it with a buddy of mine. We went half on everything. His name's Sean Bishop. Awesome dude. It took us about 4 or 5 months working on Sunday afternoons up at his shop. He had a prop shop at the time. This was the first prop I ever built, though. I've done a bunch.
Really?
But this was the first thing I ever did.
This is the first one you've ever built?
Way to jump in.
Exactly.
Yeah. Big one. Big one.
Now, besides the Time Machine itself, everyone wanted a hoverboard. And I know a lot of people wanted it because it was requested by my mumpy, Indy Mogler, Temporal Coder, Next Generation Movies, BPD 777, Slice and Dice, and Shadow Rocks 321. Due to some problems in the space-time continuum, we don't have Puppet Zack here to give us the normal price. So we're just gonna, punch it in and see how much it's gonna cost. Large piece of foam board, green poster board, random Tupperware, plastic that looks like metal, scrap Velcro, a couple screws, paints, paintbrushes, sandpaper, printed decals, spray adhesive, drill, Dremel, and hot glue.
This build's difficulty level is 4.
Simple time lapse. Woo!
First, you need to print out the decals found at this link. Cut them out and use them as a template for your board. The foam core I bought was 1/4 of an inch thick, so I cut out 3 of these boards and glued them together using the spray adhesive. Next, you need to sand the edges of the board to give it its rounded look. After that, you're ready to cut the end for the fin. Cut the board about 2 or 3 inches from the back, then angle the small piece you just cut and re-glue it to the back of the board. After that, I sketched out all the detail pieces for the bottom of the board from the foam core. You can find these pieces detailed out at this link. After that, you'll take the plastic metal and cut it for the pods on the bottom. If you can't find something like this, you can also just paint some foam with silver paint. After that, it's time to paint everything. You can find some reference pictures of the final board at the same link as all the other stuff. Once it's painted, you glue on the decal prints. Be careful while doing this because you don't want to have any air pockets under the prints. The last thing you need to make is the Velcro foot pad for the top. I took some scrap Velcro that I had and painted it the same pink as the board. I had to do more than one coat. Next, take a couple foam pieces and glue them together. Then trace a circle. Once it's cut out, glue the green poster to the outside. Then glue the Velcro on the bottom. After that, screw the foot pad right into the board. Since your actor will be holding the board up with his foot, it's best to have this screwed right into the board for strength. After that, take a look at the references when gluing it all together. And then you're done with the build. To make it look like it's hovering, all you need to do is make a T-shaped tool to fasten the board to. Then, just mask out the tool in your final shot with your editing program. And you're done. Now, you've seen the actual hoverboard props.
Yeah,
that were
Bob
used.
Gale's personal collection.
Now-
He opened up to us.
Compared to my prop, how similar or how, different are they?
Well, surprisingly, one of the things I think you probably thought was a negative is a positive. It's built out of foam. Almost all of them were built out of foam. I think they're just very lightweight.
Yeah.
They were hanging these guys from wires, so they wanted something that weighed almost nothing. They would screw through the sneakers right into the board just to have it hang off them while they were supported on the wires. They had wooden ones as well,
Exactly.
for stunt stuff, but most of them were just foam, just like that.
Now, obviously, our board is made out of foam core, so it's going to be not so durable for like action stuff. If you want something like that, you can use a skateboard or a piece of plywood. We use foam core because it's lighter for the actor's foot. See you guys later. And that's it for this episode of Backyard Effects. Now tune in tomorrow for our test film. It's gonna be space-time continuum warping flux capacitor-y awesome. If you wanna get more involved with the show this year, go to the form link right here and then, request your own stuff, show us your work, and, get involved in the conversation. Until then, imagine that I'm in the DeLorean because where I'm going, I don't need roads. Now, speaking of driving, can those bastards do 90?
Oh, you know what? They've never caught me, so guess not.
If you want to see the newest episode of Backyard Effects, go to this video right here. If you want to see a full interview with Jay Ryan, the guy who built this DeLorean time machine, go to this video right there. Either one of these. Just click it, because I don't have much more time here. Never mind, I guess I have a lot of time here since it's a time machine.